My brother invited me to his engagement dinner, sat me next to a trash can, and then tried to make me pay the bill. I said, "Not my table," and walked out. A week later, his fiancée ended the engagement. I'm Eli, 34. I was never the favorite. I was the reliable one, who paid his own way, and helped my parents when money got tight. My brother Mason failed loud, smiled about it, and still got treated like the star. A few weeks before the dinner, my mom called in that sugary voice. "We want you at Mason's engagement dinner," she said. "Of course," I told her. Then she added, "Can you put the deposit on your card? We'll pay you back." I did it anyway. I booked a private space for 20 people and covered the non-refundable deposit. I showed up on time in a suit with a bottle of champagne, trying to be supportive. Everyone was already laughing, drinks in hand. Mason looked up, grinned, and pointed away from the main table. "This table's for family only," he said, "but there's a spot for you over there." It was a folding chair by the trash bin. I waited for my parents to shut it down. My mom smiled and looked away. My dad chuckled like it was harmless, so I swallowed it, sat down, and set the champagne on the floor by my feet. For almost 2 hours, I was invisible. They toasted, opened gifts, and cheered about closest people. Nobody offered me food. I got a glass of water and a front row seat to my own humiliation. The waiter walked up with the leather folder. He glanced at the main table. Then he looked straight at me. "Sir, should I run the card on file?" Mason leaned back. "Yeah, Eli's got it." I kept my face perfectly calm. "Not my table," I said evenly. The silence was instant. "You made the reservation," the waiter said. "I did," I replied. "But I was told that table is for family only." I nodded at the folding chair. "I'm over here, so I'm not paying." My mom hissed, "Eli, don't do this. You're being dramatic." Mason snapped. "It was a joke. Lighten up. It's always a joke when it's on me," I said. His fiancée's dad stared at him. "You sat him next to a garbage can and expected him to pay?" My dad tried to finish me off. "You've already paid part. You might as well finish it." That line hit like a switch. "No," I said. "I've finished enough," and I walked out. My phone blew up later. Mason asked why I couldn't just pay. My mom said I embarrassed them. Then his fiancée called from an unknown number. "Did you really pay for all of it?" she asked. When I said yes, she went quiet. "They told my dad, you volunteered, like it was your idea." "I never offered," I said. "They asked." I said yes. After that, wedding planning paused. The family group chat turned into orders. Call, apologize, fix it. My mom emailed please and still didn't say sorry. Then my aunt called. "Good," she said. "They've been using you as scaffolding for years." Mason texted me, panicked. Her dad canceled the venue deposit. He says we're not aligned in values. Fix this. Help me. That was when I realized he wasn't sorry. He was just inconvenient. So I fixed something else. A year earlier, I'd set up a joint account for him temporarily while he was unemployed. He never closed it, and his subscriptions were still linked. I moved what was mine and shut it down. He called me 4 times. "My card's bouncing," he said. "It says the account doesn't exist." "It doesn't," I said. "I closed it." "You can't do that." "I can," I said. "You told me I wasn't family. Stop spending my money like I am." A few hours later, his fiancée emailed me. She'd called the restaurant, asked for the invoice breakdown, and watched Mason's story collapse. He told her I insisted on paying and chose to sit alone because I was introverted. None of it was true. The last line was clean and final. "I ended the engagement last night." The next weeks were quiet. Mason stopped calling. My parents started sending short, careful messages, like they were talking to someone they couldn't guilt anymore. Then one Sunday morning, my mom showed up at my door with lasagna in a Tupperware container. She looked wrecked. "I owe you an apology," she said. "No excuses." At my kitchen table, she admitted they treated me like a safety net because I never demanded anything. "That's the thing about safety nets," I told her. "People only notice them when they're falling." She nodded and finally said it. "We were wrong. I'm sorry." Nothing magically healed, but something shifted. I took my postponed trip to Spain. I started therapy. And for the first time in my life, I stopped paying for a seat at a table that